ain't do it right. Hold on.
Be the fam, that's what they call me. I promise that you never be lonely. Be the fam, that's what they call me.
Hey family, welcome to another episode of the Saturday Sit Down. As you can see, we are about 12 deep tonight.
East Oakland up in this mud.
So yeah,
repping DC. What? Okay,
right.
We got East Coast, West Coast. Okay.
All right.
Okay,
And a fine bartender. Shout out to the bartender. Sangria is nice.
Meanwhile, I just got my little H2O. Hey, Miss Cruiser. So yeah, we rolling in CP fashion. We was only about 3 minutes late. We all right. We did good.
See?
But nevertheless, so first of all, let me introduce our special guest of the evening. We do have Miss Lilia. Hi, Miss Lilia. That's my bestie-in-law, y'all. I inherited her.
And you can too.
Right. She's for everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
For the right price.
Nevertheless, and Miss Lovey, you can introduce the guest in the scene with you.
All right. So to my left or your right.
Over here.
Yeah, over there. We got my homegirl Edwina, straight from the ESO.
Hey!
Transplant. Okay, let's give her a round of applause to the A. Let's welcome. Oh, and then her daughter Andy is with us too. I mean, if you could get into the shot, say hello.
Yeah,
Quickly.
Say hello. Hi.
Hello. Another round of applause.
Hi.
All right.
Okay, that's everybody.
Right. Gang's all here. So now that we are all here and introduced, first of all, let me tell you why I got my jacket on in the house, because the heat don't work. And I discovered that in the middle of the night. Lovely. Well, anyways, I got my little heater. But
wait, you need heat being that you in the refrigerator?
Can you mind your business? Can you mind your business? Can you not?
Courtney, where Courtney?
She over there. Oh,
hey, Courtney, I got a straw, girl.
Again. Where you at?
All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Okay, so everybody's drinking sangria but me. So y'all take one for me. They also had cake, and I didn't, but I won't. I'm not here to throw shade.
Is the bartender still here?
The bartender's taking a break.
Oh, because she could pass out cake too.
Oh, right. Right. So, nevertheless, we have a really good episode set up for you guys today. But first of all, we're going to do the political recap. Y'all, we are winding down on these political episodes. I am so happy. Oh, I'm so happy. But nevertheless,
what are we going to talk about though?
A lot of good things.
Okay.
But so it's officially official. Okay. Last week it was official. This week it's officially official. So Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
Yay! She got it right on the first time. Yay! Woohoo!
And Kamala Harris are the elected president and vice president. So shout out to them. Final count was 306 to 232. A landslide, as it was called in 2016. We're going to call it a landslide in 2020. Yes. Blue wave, baby. Blue wave. And not a whole lot to mention about the lame duck president. I like that. I like that term. That was the best term they ever came with. Like, really, this is called the lame duck? Oh, so you mean to tell me Donald Duck? That's what we got. Okay.
Thank you.
But nevertheless, so he finally, I guess, came out of his hole for a minute just to say the election was not real. And I don't know if y'all saw him, but he was less orange and his hair was white.
Yeah, my mama said it's because of the stress and he hasn't had time to go to his hairdresser, and also with Rona going on. So, yeah.
Well, I've been saying he got great value tan, so maybe he know he about to have to pay them bills and them taxes and stuff like that, so he can only afford the great value tan and no
Exactly.
hair dye. Is that what we got going on?
Yeah.
But just a few more days,
Because
y'all.
she said, and don't forget jail.
Oh, right.
Mhm.
Right.
That's a key. That's an important part.
Yes.
Exactly.
No mason jar today, Courtney. Because I had a bartender who walks. They can reach up top and get the glasses. I can't reach.
But
Hey,
Courtney,
Courtney.
did you see we have straws?
Yeah, this cake's for you, boo.
Yeah, so I'm super salty. I'm super salty.
Why you salty, sis?
Because I ain't got no cake.
Well,
Oh my. Okay.
But nevertheless. So, okay, Big Bro saying hello, everyone.
hey, big bro.
Political comments, questions, concerns, anything to say about that? Because I think we did it. That was 5 minutes. That's 5-minute recap.
Okay, we doing good.
All
okay.
right. So today we are talking about love and relationships. I fully expect for this to be a 2-part series for real, because that's a broad topic.
Unfortunately, I don't have any personal experience to go by right now.
Okay, but you have experienced it before.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay, all right. So, all right. So, like, we know you super single.
Oh, what happened? I missed it. What was that?
That was shade.
Hell of shade. You didn't feel the.
I
She hit me
didn't.
all the way.
It's just all sunshines and rays over here. Oh, she got the fan out.
Oh yes,
Yes, you didn't feel that waft of shade.
I didn't. I'm
She called
sorry.
me super single.
super.
It's
single.
okay. No, you know what? I'm on the super single train. It's totally fine. So boop boop. What is it? Toot toot. We're gonna toot our own horn on the super single train. We're gonna ride this train.
Lord. And Miss Edwin, what's your status?
I'm also single.
Oh, okay. Well,
All right.
I'm engaged.
Come on, ride the train and ride it. Come on, ride the train and ride it.
Okay. But all right, so I just wanted to ask everybody's status so that we can understand the perspectives.
You the only one. You the only ball and chain.
Whatever, just whatever. We happy. So
She's
yes,
halfway there.
yeah, halfway married. All right, so love and relationships. Single people, y'all want to start somewhere? Otherwise, I got a list of things that we could talk about.
What you want to talk about? How dating is. Okay, woo, I almost laughed. How dating today is challenging.
Is it so? Are you all finding that dating today is challenging?
Yes.
That will be a resounding hell yeah. Okay.
Okay then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. I ain't got time for the games. I ain't got time for the BS. I'm too damn grown for you to be running these tricks and all that other kind of stuff. I ain't got time for that. And if you running on 50 or older and you can't communicate, I'm not fooling with you. I ain't got time for that.
Exactly. I wholeheartedly agree. So that's a perfect place to start. Communication. Communication. So let's talk about what communication is and what communication is not. Just
It ain't
because
text messages.
I was just gonna say, just because you send a text does not mean that you're communicating. All right. You got to put a little effort into it. You really got to come on with it. And I really do. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, but I feel sorry for single people because like I go to Walmart and the game is horrible. Like, no, I mean, not to say that y'all, I get the challenges because the game that these fellas have, and I air quotes have, okay, let's put it like this: the game that they try, like, does it really work?
On a gullible one, on a young one.
And I wouldn't say young and gullible, but also just like attention seekers, like people who just need that attention or are just seeking any type of attention. So
Go ahead, voice of reason.
Yeah, I mean, because like I have gone to the gas station. I went to a gas station one day and obviously getting gas. And I went in the store and the dude walked up to me like, "How you doing?" Called me. Oh, first of all, I ain't single. He didn't even ask, didn't even care, none of that. And he literally, so I give you so the gas station had a Dunkin' Donuts in it. And that's what I went in there for.
That's
So
the spot.
right. So I'm standing in the line for Dunkin' Donuts. And he walks up on me and I see him coming. I'm like looking at him like this. And he literally says, "You know what it is? Yeah, you need to go ahead and call me. This my number."
That's that hood rich stuff. He identified the hood rich in you.
Hi, content. Let me acknowledge somebody of sanity.
Hey, content girl.
But
Happy Saturday.
let me divert real quick. Y'all need to check out Content's channel. She did an awesome video just celebrating Kamala Harris and her role in being vice president, what it means as a historical moment. That's about 3 minutes or something like that. But it was a moving video. I wanted to let you know that, Content. I watched it. But nevertheless, so back to these no game niggas. Okay.
So you can say that, but I gotta watch my mouth.
I did. Oh, my bad. It slipped. But that wasn't cursing. That wasn't cursing. That was just real. Because it was, okay, these no game ninjas. But he gave me his phone number while I was standing next to the trash can. So as soon as he turned around, I threw the thing right in the trash can. But I just don't, first of all, like, why would you have the audacity? And I was offended on so many levels. So many levels. Like, first of all, sir, your clothes don't even match. You didn't say hello. What's my
Did he have shoes on? Or was he wearing sandals and socks?
No, I don't. He had on some run over boots and t-shirt, camouflage, something like that, whatever. He was really basic, like, and unimpressive physically. And I know I was out, so I was dressed. Because otherwise I don't go in places like, except for Walmart. I do the Walmart thing, low key. But is that wrong? Because I really be like, what about me made you think that you stood a chance? Like,
hood rich.
Because I just happened to look at you because you hollered. And I looked at you with disgust, and you really thought you should holler at me and I would holler back. And I was like, got to be more careful.
Were you wearing a short sleeve shirt?
Yes.
So he saw your tats.
And what that mean? You can't come to me with some sense because I got tattoos?
No, I'm not saying that. But typically, females that have, a whole bunch of tattoos, as you do, come off as being like, hey, I can step to her like that. She get my lingo. You don't make it seem like I'm batshit crazy, because I'm not. Now you know there are some females who have a lot of tattoos and they carry themselves like that. Ladies,
right.
Am I the only one that's crazy? I know it's not the liquor.
It is liquor. Hold on, wait. Let me come out my jacket now. I done got hot.
Yes, come out your jacket. So what about the dudes? I don't have a whole bunch of tattoos on my arms like that, but I still have Dunkin' Donuts approaching me too at the gas station.
That's because you got a Dunkin' Donuts booty.
And so do I.
Oh my gosh, I can't. Okay.
Go ahead, girl. Talk your spit.
I'm getting ready to get.
That's the sangria talking.
I'm getting ready to get a sleeve. And what women have to understand is it starts from home. So obviously, this young brother seeing someone in his world speak to women like that. So it does start at home, regardless if you have neck tats, arm tats. I met a young lady today, had neck and arm tats. And like I said, men have to realize, and so do women, that it starts from home. I was in a 26-year relationship with my daughter's father. From 16, he was 16, I was 17. So it starts from home. I came from a different world than he did. And so what I'm saying is, regardless of the fact if you got 50 tattoos, men have to realize is change up your dialect. It starts with self. Because I'm a life coach, it starts with self. You have to love yourself first before you even approach. So that young brother does not have any self love for himself, with him just balling up a piece of paper and telling you to call him. You got to realize each generation is different. I come from the 70s generation, so my mindset on certain things is different from someone that was probably born in the 80s to the 90s. So it trickles down. I've seen a lot growing up with the men in my family. So that's, my take on that, where you got a piece of paper and you bought it up and you like, call me. I don't know your name. You didn't give me no dialect. You don't know if I'm schizophrenic or bipolar, and you telling me I could be a robber. I can have somebody try to set you up. You didn't even get to know my first name or my mindset or anything. I could set you up. And you just ball up a piece of paper and tell me to call you. Now, if you was about something, I could do anything. So it starts with home. It starts with self-evaluation of self. So you did the right thing by balling that paper up and throw it in the trash, even though you are in a relationship, but you didn't even ask me that.
Right.
I could be batshit crazy. I could be crazy.
Or her mama.
I could be crazy.
You started.
Okay,
I'm
well,
sorry, moms.
okay, but let me clean this up a little bit. I'm not saying that by no means the way that you look should dictate how a person approaches you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there are some females out here who are tatted up with, the same amount of tattoos as you have, Aaron, or more, where they do carry themselves in an unlikely manner that would cause someone of his caliber to approach them.
But I mean, even still, he didn't even find out if I was one of those females.
Right. And I get that. Yeah, totally. He was absolutely incorrect, but he could have very well taken, and I don't know what, of course, I don't know where his mind was, but I'm just saying that could have been from where he's from. Mm-hmm. That's how, females roll, and it's okay for him to approach them, and he took that as a sign of, oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm not looking down, or it's nothing like that. I'm just saying that that's how that's the environment that some people come from. Mm-hmm. Is that clear?
No, you're good.
Okay, because y'all have me thinking like.
No, and even with some females, like you're saying, he's probably used to approaching females with tags and, oh, here go my number, and they're like, oh.
Like, ooh, what you talking about? Yeah.
So it goes, it goes both ways. Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean by from people from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s and to the 2000s. So every generation is different. My generation, we would have looked at him like, what?
Are you talking? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Right.
So what you did was you was like, let me throw this. This not even my flow. So I'm going to just dismiss that. Mm-hmm. So you may run into the young brother again, and he may be like, why you didn't call me little sis, or, or whatever.
And to me,
because you get those type of people.
I feel like that just lets me know that that's his MO. He just goes out and, like on the hunt, like just throwing his number out there and seeing who answers. So even if I was available for dating, he would never.
He wouldn't be your type.
Not at all.
because he give his number out all willy nilly like that. I bet you if
wouldn't
you were
even know who
calling,
you
he
were.
wouldn't even know who she was.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
So, single people, what kind of games do y'all run into? Or issues are y'all?
Girl, I thought you was about to say, what kind of games do we play? I would be like, where should I start?
Oh, and then I got a good one.
Go ahead, because I'm still thinking, because there's so many of them
Well,
coming in my head.
well, I'm originally from Oakland, California, so I relocated to Louisiana. I relocated to Louisiana, and I've probably been there for about 4 or 5 weeks. Met a little cat, and he wanted to take me. This is right when our Warriors was in the championship in 2016. And I'm a big sports fanatic. I love my Warriors. And we was on a date at a sports bar. And so, he's trying to get to, I'm paying attention to the screen. My boys is playing. So, I kind of shifted from that and was trying to pay attention to him. And so when I said, "Oh yeah, I'm from Oakland, California," in his mind, he was like, "Oh my God, the Bloods and the Crips." And I'm like, "Well, baby boy, that's Southern California. I'm from Northern." And that right there was a turn off for me, because I don't want to sit around and talk about Bloods and Crips, especially that's not even involved in my city. We don't have any of that. At this time, I was probably like 41, 42. And that was a turn off for me. And at that point, I forgot about the game, and I was like, I'm ready to go. And he was like, well, what did I do? You know what? I said, I'm in my 40s. I don't want to sit around. You're not asking nothing about my diet, my mindset. If I'm educated, where do I see myself in 5 years? How did I make it to Louisiana from Oakland? You're so caught up on the game
And what you see on TV.
and what you see on TV, and the nationality, it's not really like that. If from 2016 to now, they're kind of getting together, trying to help the community, what they were brought together for. But that right there, any woman would have been like, I'm ready to go. And I was really turned. I was like, you could pay for the food. If you're not ready to take me home, I could take an Uber. I'll call me a cab or whatever. That was a turn off for me. And at that point, he got blocked. He seen me a couple of times, and I was like, oh, I dropped my phone. I lost that phone. And I just gave him an excuse. But that right there was a turn off for me, because nobody in their 40s, want to sit around and speak about red and blue, and that was a turn off for me. And I completely just put my blinders on. And
But I will say this to piggyback off of that.
it was a turn off.
Men, people, she said, or yield. People in general that are not from California or who are unfamiliar with the state, whether they've gone to visit or they have friends or family that live there, they are fascinated by it. Because I know when I first got here, Too Short? Oh, Hammer? I was like, why the hell do you think I would know them? I'm like, I'm not
here.
But we see them, and it's like, what's up? And we keep it moving.
Yeah, it's not like we, so.
Right in the 40 bus. That's not they. Sure was on the bus selling his CDs out of his trunk. He would be on the bus talking about rapping. So to us, that's a real person from California. We're not starstruck. These people came up just like we did in the streets of Oakland, California, or just California, period. No one in LA trips off of stuff like that. When you go on a date, you want to talk about something of intelligence. We don't want to sit around and talk about who we know in the town or from LA. We're not starstruck like that. So that was a turn off for me as a first date.
Yeah.
First impressions are very important, especially on a dating scene or just in life in general. So after that, I was like, I can't fool with these Louisiana cats.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't go that.
Lillian?
What? Me?
What?
What?
You knew you were here. I mean, it kind of goes around like.
Right.
Well, I mean, I totally agree with everything that you guys are saying with that. And I'm dating for me now, definitely. I'm at a point where, yes, conversation is big because now people are so, guys especially will tell me, oh, I don't like to talk on the phone. I'm a texter. And yeah, I'm like, I can only text so much, but then I want to have a conversation with you. I want to see what you're about. And sometimes through text, things can be taken a certain way, or you might read a text and it may not come off that way. So yeah, text is okay. But then I'm like, I want to have a conversation with somebody.
Right. And the thing about that is that it requires time. Like text messages take no time. It takes 20 seconds, 30 seconds, even if you're sending a novel. But I think that is one of the most impersonal ways to get to know someone. Because
exactly.
again, you know, maybe your relationship kind of transitions to more text based, but in the beginning, I need to hear your natural personality. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to hear how you say things. So when I read it, I'm reading it correctly. Like you said, things can be misconstrued through text messages,
Absolutely.
especially with no context. So that personality you present over the phone or in person or on the dates, then when I read your messages, I understand what you're saying without getting in my feelings about it. You know, and I just
Absolutely.
I've never been a huge texter, you know, and I have felt like that is very impersonal. You know, it's convenient, you know, and it's necessary. You're gonna have to do it, you know, even if it's, you know, the traditional good morning, good evening kind of things, or, you know, updates or whatever. But the heart of the conversation can't be in the text.
Yeah, if I'm laying in bed, you laying in bed, and we sitting back texting each other, pick up the damn phone.
Yeah, because that's a sign to me that you got something else going on that I don't need to hear. I mean, how you free, I'm free, but we can only text message. Unless the game on, because, you know, I can respect the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, do not call me when the game is on. That's fine. Call me at halftime. Call me and console me at the end of the game. You know.
Not halftime.
But while you playing, like me and V had an understanding because we're both at, you know, diehard Falcons fans. So we talk right up to kickoff. We see him kick off. All right. Call you at halftime. Love you. Love you. I mean, it's like that. Love you. Love you. Click.
Nothing. I'm just laughing at them because they can really talk through the whole game and ain't nothing gonna happen for them. I'm sorry.
I ain't never see you lucky. I would have booted you from the studio for that. It had just been me and Lily, but I like Edwina so she can stay. You lucky she didn't have her own bubble. Ooh, child.
And I mean, I'm like that with my Raiders still, even though they went to Vegas. Don't call me, don't text me, don't bother me, nothing. When the game is halftime, okay, I will speak to you. But otherwise, you know, that, like I said, with that date, he was cut off short. And you know, with my daughter's father, we would have a house full of people. Everybody knew when it's halftime, we could talk, we could laugh, but when that game is back on, questions is off, you know. So just with relationships, you know, people have to have a balance. You have to have that balance. So that was something of my first experience dealing with a first date in Louisiana. And it was another, I was on the phone with one of my friends from Oakland, and I was walking up the street, and the guys in Louisiana, if they just speaking to you, it don't even have to be a guy. It could be whoever. They like, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby.
Hey baby.
Yeah. You know, and my friend was on the phone. She was like, oh girl, you get popped at. And I was like, girl, they just speaking.
Right.
She was like, oh, I got to come to Louisiana. I was like, it's not what you think.
I used to have that fascination. Like before I moved here, I was like, oh, I need me a Georgia boy. Yes. Woo, yes, because I need them to talk to me. Hey, shout out your name is. Yes, that was me all day, every day. Oh my God, yes, that was me. But get here, I wish a mofo would talk to me. I don't. I'm gonna just put it out there for all of y'all to know. I don't do countryman. Southern, yes, because Southern, you got some sense. But country, no, can't do it. Look. Let me tell you about my game. Okay. So I use online dating, right? I use online dating. So in my pictures on my profile, I have pictures of me being in my wheelchair because I have an infamous pose, you know, my hand on my hip. They know it. So for real, y'all gotta play me out like that.
Girl, get it. Showing off that snatched waist.
Right. I bet you don't keep doing it at the same time.
But go ahead.
But and so, you know, when we talk on the phone, you know, I'll tell them, be like, hey, did you catch my wheelchair in the picture? Oh no, I didn't catch that. Oh, okay. Well, that means I'm doing my job because you're seeing this. And you know, I'm a cute girl. I got some things that you can clearly see. So they'll be like, oh, okay, we know that don't matter. You know, the wheelchair don't mean nothing to me. Blah, 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 blah. But then when it comes time to making plans for us to meet face to face, that's when they clunk out.
Mhm.
So I'm tired of them games. Okay. So
Just communication. That's like you said, that's the first thing. The line of communication. I'm letting you know this is what's going on. If you don't want to talk to me, just keep it 100.
that's all you gotta do. Keep it 1,000.
Yeah.
Hey,
wow.
you know what? I'm not used to that. Even if you were to come to me and be like, you know what? Hey, you know, I'm not used to that. I don't know if I can really handle it. Okay, you know what? My feelings might be hurt a little bit, but I'm gonna lick my wounds and keep it pushing. That's
Right.
your fault. That's your
That's your
bad.
fault.
Okay? Because all it is, honey.
Yeah.
Right.
But definitely when it comes to communication, and being honest, I think that you have to be honest both ways, you know, in that honest about who you are, what you want, what you're willing to accept, what you're looking for, what your goals are, your aspirations, and allow the other person to be honest with you too, you know, and be clear if they're throwing up things that you can't really deal with. Like,
Right.
you do a bump every morning. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like,
Ooh.
don't think you're gonna be trying to change somebody out of who they are, you know, and and you have to be honest about who you are. Be honest with yourself. That's what I meant by being honest both ways. You have to be honest about where you are, you know, just in your life and in your mind, and then what you're looking for. And you want to make sure those things match. You can't be looking for this and you coming with this.
Right. And if you are a non-smoker, but this person smokes, be honest with yourself. If you can't deal with that, move on.
Right.
I'm just not. If the cookie is all you want, tell me, because you never know.
That might
The
work.
pain may be the only thing that I want. So let's be on one accord, okay? But don't be running no game.
And I agree with you on that part. Like, if that's all they want, they should be upfront with that. But I feel what I've encountered on times before is that guys kind of just want to like lure you in, and you know, it's all I always call it like the smoky mirrors, because I'll be like, I'm the one that's direct, and I'm like, what do you want? Oh, I want to get to know you. Great. Okay, let's do that. And then it's like, okay, all right, let's have a conversation. Let's get to know each other. And it's like, so when you gonna cook for me?
Oh,
When you gonna do this for me?
See?
When you
See that
gonna,
right
like,
there?
whoa,
yes.
like
Mm-mm.
we're getting to know each other, and you want me to cook and clean and do what? Hello, can you take me on a date first? Can you ask me my name? Do you know what color I like? What music I like? It's the first thing. When you gonna cook for me? When you gonna do this?
No. It could
Wait.
even be somebody that you've been dealing with for a year or better. And they still come at you talking about what you could. We ain't solidified nothing. We ain't claiming nothing. Don't come with me no damn questions that's would be asked of a girlfriend or a wife. Don't do that. Don't, because now you've wasted my time, okay? Because there's 4 things in Lovey's book that you do not mess with, okay?
Food.
Because I can't get none of them back. Number 1,
Food.
my time.
Oh.
Number 2, my food. Number 3, my money.
Yes.
Number 4, sorry, mama, my sex.
Right.
I can't get none of them back, okay? So don't waste my time.
And what
There.
women have to understand is your temple sacred. So when any man's coming at you in that aspect of your life, they're not respecting you or your temple that Jah Rastafari has blessed you with. So women have to have that respect for themselves, and so do men, because it is some women out there that will do the same thing that men are doing. So it's not just one street, because there's some women that's out there like that, and that's a turn off for men. And it's some men that's out there, and that's a turn off for women. So, again, it starts at home, but give me the option.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
What's going on?
I don't know. Mine is frozen.
Uh-oh. I'm hearing you, Lily. I see you. Lovey's frozen.
Lovey's frozen. But wait, mine is going like in and out.
Oh, y'all on Wi-Fi?
I don't know.
Shit.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
And we're back.
And we're back. I'm like, yay, and we're back.
Okay.
Yay. Okay.
No, what I was
I'll be
saying was
moving over
I had
here.
a really good dialogue with my ex. We was together for a while, so he called me one night to give my opinion on a young lady that he wanted to take out.
Are you sitting in my chair?
Who? No, but I'm sorry.
Are you on the floor?
We're having technical difficulties. My phone is about to die, y'all, and I still want to be part of this conversation.
I know that's right, Jermaine. I'm sure ask somebody that whenever they ask me, can you cook? Can you build a house?
Right.
Right. There you go. There you go.
And you so unprepared. Your phone down. Do you have a charger?
I'm getting the charger now.
Okay.
Her phone is always on 20%.
Okay. I'm getting my charger.
Since he has a really good job, a lot of women see him with the bins, and he has a good job at UPS, and he owns his store. Then he has a dispensary, so he has a lot of things going on for himself. So he, and I told him, I said, what you do is you be yourself. You be Dre and see if they can handle that. If they can handle Dre, then you could do Andre. Because you got to realize you have all these things, and what women see is this. But he's not a pushover. I said, show them Dre and see if they can handle Dre. Be Dre from North Oakland. And if they can handle him, then bring Andre out. Because I said, you got to realize they see what you have. See, he didn't have all these things when me and him was dating at a young age. So a lot of women see these things. A lot of women don't want to cook. They don't want to maintain. But they see a man with something, and then they want to grasp onto that. So it's like I said, it's a two-way street when it comes to love and relationships. You have to be yourself and show them yourself, and then take them on the nice date. Take them to Denny's and see how they flow with that first.
Oh, wait a minute now.
I'm just saying.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm wait. I'm just saying because we do have some women out here that's about, but then they don't want to. Then they don't want to do the things that a woman should. So that's what I mean by it takes balance. Don't I'm telling them, don't let this Benz. I said, and don't even take them on a date in the Benz.
Right.
Use the old school Ford and see how they pop off and see how they like that. Let them be yourself. Let them get
But
to know
isn't that
you.
considered running game though?
No, it's not running game.
I mean, because if you're running a test, that's a test.
Women do it all the time. So why not a man do it? Because every man is different. What I'm saying is they see the Benz. They see him working at UPS making $32 an hour. So all they is like, give me. So it's like I said, it's a two-way street. Be yourself.
I mean, I get that, but I still kind of feel like that's you playing a game. If you're running a test, that's a game.
My thing is, this chick knew him for 2 weeks, but she needed her phone bill paid. You're not getting to know this brother for him. And men do the same thing too with women. Like how you said, your young man said to you, Miss Lily, you gonna cook? Are you gonna do this? But then women do it too. So that in love and relationship, it's a balance. Get to know me for me.
I get that. Okay. Her name is Lilia.
Sorry, sis.
You gotta get it right. Look, Lubby is the name police. Okay. I'm here to tell you. Don't get it wrong again.
It's okay.
Wrong again. And
it's all love. I already know.
Right.
Love,
we can all move on. But Lubby's going, no. She was like, yeah, good point. Get her name right.
Wait, like,
I don't know what's going on, but also I can't find my charger. So
what kind of phone you have?
Okay, so look in the drawer where you are.
And
there's a charger in there.
Okay.
Or just take your charger from the Google Home on the little end table.
The little end table?
Yeah, by the couch, by my chair where you were. Lord. Uh-oh, did we lose Lilia?
Oh, let me see.
Miss Lilia, did I get it right?
You got it right, girl.
All right, so she up there looking crazy.
That's why she said you pronounced the name right for Miss Harris.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yes,
because I'm always getting it wrong.
But let me tell you why I got that name right. Okay, let me kick her out real quick so she can come back when she get online. For Rick, why I got Kamala Harris's name right is when I saw that video of that senator that was like Kamala. I was like, okay,
or whatever.
You know what? Or whatever. I was like, okay, I'm gonna get her name right from this point forward. Side note, but as far as like a balance, what I think that in this day and age, to some extent, the gender roles are not what they used to be. And I don't think they should be. And I think that, I think that we have to get away from looking at a man as money and a woman as a cook or
the homemaker.
There you go. Or something like that. Because in this day and age, it takes two to do it, however. But this society in itself, as far as the way the money is made, what it takes, the cost of living and everything, doesn't afford us those old school type of roles. Like, you know how much money you really got to make to have a stay-at-home wife or to be a stay-at-home wife?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Yep. And as a woman, I could not see myself. I have always been confused by those women that look at men as just a come up. You know what I mean? Because the same way he can't help you to get up, he can let you down. What if he cut you off? Or y'all don't work out or whatever. So now you got to be, struggling to get by until you find your next dude. Like, that's your motivation in life. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even want to talk about bringing kids into it. But I mean, I never understood that sense of how you can feel secure with a man providing that for you or being your sole provider. Oh Lord, now y'all frozen. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead with my point. But I've never understood how a woman can be comfortable with a man as her sole source of income and sole source of support, because that does, to me, it just doesn't allow for the team to build, because he has to take care of the household responsibilities and you. What are you contributing beyond, like, if you're a mother, that's a little different. I mean, I can see it that way, because you are essentially taking care of the kids. But when it's just a man and a woman, what sense or benefit is it to just be a stay-at-home woman? You're not allowing yourself the opportunity to save up for vacations, future goals, new cars, whatever. You literally have to wait around for this man to either make enough money or to decide to allow you to have the things that you want. Why wouldn't you want to provide that for yourself? And I mean, so I'm in here by myself, y'all, so I'm gonna talk to y'all myself. I don't know what's going on with the technical difficulties, so I apologize about that, y'all, but thank you for rocking with me. But definitely it takes a balance, and I really believe that it takes two. So me as an example, I was unemployed from March until August, maybe August or late July. And I solely had to rely on somebody need to mute. Wait a minute. Okay. I solely had to rely on V to get through, and that almost drove me crazy. I just couldn't understand. And he was doing it willingly. He didn't ever throw it like, oh, when you going back to work or anything like that. But just the me in me was not comfortable with that. And I just, for the life of me, I don't understand how women are comfortable with that. So he and I are engaged. Our process is that we're working towards getting a house, and then we're working on getting married. So if I'm sitting here unemployed and he has to take care of me, to me, that's hindering us from getting to those next goals. So I want to go back to work, not just to support myself and, keep the lifestyle that I'm used to, but also to help us achieve those goals. And I don't want to I don't think it's fair to expect for him to take care of me and accomplish the goals that we set out. So if we've set these goals out and we've acknowledged that this is what we want, why aren't we working together towards that? All right, welcome back, everybody.
I was like, oh no, you're frozen again. I'm actually using Lovey's phone because my phone completely died. Like completely.
Okay.
Okay, so StreamYard.
And we're back?
And we're back.
We're back.
All right, welcome back. Yeah. So did y'all miss the whole soliloquy that I went off on? It was pretty dope. I must say.
I totally agree with you. I said that to one of my cousins, because she was like, "Girl, my man do this, he do that." I said, "So what if he fought on the bed of affliction, or he get locked up? You don't have any skills. Okay, you driving in this fancy car, you have all this jewelry, you getting your hair done, and you wearing this Gucci and this Prada and all this other name brand stuff. But what if something happens? How can you survive in the world? You don't have any skills because you're sitting home and you letting this man take care of you. Even when our grandparents was growing up, when our grandparents and the men was taking care of home, it was different. They had skills. They knew how to farm. They knew how to sew. They knew things that they can go out and take to the community. Mm-hmm. This day and age, these women don't have any skills.
Because it's not encouraged. Because the big mamas are our age bracket.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, so they don't have anybody out here that's really encouraging them, which is really sad, because when we were coming up, it was encouraged to go to school at post high school. It was encouraged go to college. You know, even if you go for your first year, you try it out. It's not, you know, it doesn't work for you. Nowadays, these kids are so unmotivated. They don't even want to get their license.
Right.
So we have a problem within the community itself because we have failed a generation because these people are not go-getters and they're not aligning themselves with like-minded people. Because again, when we were coming up, we had people in our circle where we was all trying to get the same thing. Oh, you going out and getting a job? Okay, well, I'm gonna go out and get a job too. You going to school? Oh yeah, I'm going to school too.
Run in the house. Oh, mom, you know, grandparents. I want to get to McDonald's. You gotta be safe.
The job permit. Mm-hmm.
You know, and no one does that. I mean, my daughter was that.
Y'all frozen again? Both of y'all are frozen?
No,
Hello?
I'm not frozen.
Oh, it's like both.
Yeah. So that's the
But
that's the issue
just
with
to touch on what Lovey was talking about in regards to like the community and stuff, I feel like it's two parts because there are people like our generation, part of it is the lack of motivation. There is no motivation. But then again, we also have a part where they just seemed just like overprivileged, or they just feel like it's owed to them, like they just deserve all this stuff, you know. Oh my gosh, they're completely gone, like totally gone. You guys, I was like, girls, what are you doing in there? But I feel like you also have that type of generation that they just like they don't appreciate the stuff that they're given, and they just feel like they're just entitled to certain things, like they're entitled to get this and they're entitled to get that. So I feel like it's a twofold thing. It's like the entitlement, but then also you have that lack of motivation, and that's where we're at with that generation.
Okay, and that's when it comes to kids.
But
is there a reflection in that as far as the dating, like our generation, because we're dating in our generation, you know what I'm saying, essentially, assumedly, you know, I mean, you have some highs and lows, some people dating young, some people dating older, but what is the reason for the disconnect?
Playing in the sandbox.
Right. What is the difference?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm done. Okay,
teacher mad.
Huh?
No, I was just saying, what is the difference? What is the reason for the disconnect in this generation as far as when it comes to dating, how women treat men, how men treat women? Where did we go wrong? Because we're the same ones that we had grandparents where, you know, the grandmother maybe had like the church job, the housekeeping job, or, you know, a smaller job if she had a job at all. You know, otherwise, you know, because our grandparents had tons of kids, and then each generation kind of had less kids traditionally. Now, you know, some have flip-flopped, and then, you know, you have our parents where for me, you know, both of my parents worked all of my life. You know, my mom kept 2, if not 3 jobs at a time, you know, so we were raised with that kind of hustle, that kind of ambition. So why is it that when we're dating in this same generation that came from the era that we did, that it's not being reflected in that? You know, it's not there anymore.
I'm gonna say this as far as that is concerned. For me, I was in foster care, so my grandparents raised me and my sister. Growing up, my big daddy had my grandmother retire from her Skippy job. He said, Seal, we got to get these kids. Okay, we don't want them separated. You know, my mama Diane, she messed up. We're gonna have to get these children. And so my grandmother retired from her Skippy job. So it was a routine in my grandparents' household. But I seen that love. I seen that respect. I seen my big daddy do what he needed to do for his family. Sometimes, they start having, my bracket start having children. They're trying to be their kid's friend. Me and my daughter, we have a beautiful relationship. We have a beautiful relationship. My daughter knows when to play with me, and I can just give her a look like my grandparents would give me, and she'll be like, my mom, she don't want to play no more. So, like I said, it's the dynamics of the household. So I've seen love, I've seen respect. I didn't see my big daddy call my grandmother out of her name. I didn't see him put his hands on her. So growing up, you got to remember in the 80s, the late 70s, early 80s, that's when the crack epidemic hit. So then the mothers is pregnant, they got these crack babies and they out there fiending. So all they know is, I seen my daddy slap my mama, or I seen my mama pull up something on my father. Like, again, it starts at home. If you're not showing that love and that compassion and that respect, and it's generational curses that we have to stop. We have to bring that love back to home. You cannot be your children's friend. And you got to show that love and that compassion and having that time with family. Once Big Mama and Big Daddy passed on, those generation things of showing love, showing respect, having those Sunday dinners, having that family time, that all went out the window when Big Daddy and Mama or Big Mama went on to glory. So we got to try to bring that back. And for me, I show my daughter those things. I show her about farming. I show her about fishing. I show her about love and respect. She's seen me and her dad together when she turned 18. We decided to go our separate ways. But in our household, we had a time to eat. We had a time to sit down. Everybody want to be all over the place, doing their own thing. And that disconnect of the family, stop that love and stop those relationships. Because you've seen Papa probably beating Mama, or you seen Mama doing something to Papa. Yeah. And no one sits down anymore for supper. Everybody want to be doing their own thing and being their children's friends and on their phones. And just last week, we were out, and I wanted to call my sister to let her know that I was okay. My daughter had a fit. Mom, put the phone down. Just text Auntie when we, on the way out.
She did. She had a fit.
I'm very close to my sister, and my family is concerned about me because I got hit by a truck. And so my sister continues to pour that love into me. My brother pours that love into me. But my daughter was like, we're sitting down and we're eating. Mom, put the phone away. So I quickly text my sister and I was like, all right, I'm going to put it away. My daughter called her and she was like, don't even answer the phone. But it was too late. And my sister, I said, sis, I'm in Georgia. I'm letting you know we're good. And I put it down. My sister wanted to start a whole comment. I said, I'm going to hit you when I get back to the house. So everybody had their phones out. Everybody, it's no dialect anymore to show that love and that respect.
Yeah, and to kind of piggyback off of that, because us in our we're X Generation X.
Yeah. Gen X.
Gen X, yeah. We didn't have all the luxuries that our kids have today. So to piggyback off of what you were saying, with parents now wanting to be their friends, they want to be able to give them the world. They want to be able to afford them everything that we weren't able to have growing up. And sometimes it's not helpful because it causes separation. Like you said, you're not eating at dinner at the same time with everyone. Everybody got their phones at the table. There is a level of disconnect. And I get that you want to be able to give your child everything that they want, everything that their hearts desire. But sometimes, that's not always a good thing. It's not. Unless you are one to evoke that balance. Okay, you can have your phone at this time. But when it comes to dinner, everyone is present at the table. Hey, how was your day? What did you learn? Stay active. But and then as far as us some old heads who have incorporated social media like TikTok times and stuff like that, they fall privy, not privy, but they fall victim to it. Where just like we were saying, a dude would much rather text and pick up the phone and talk. Nah, bruh. We grew up in the same time. So why are you pulling from what these kids are doing? No, don't do that.
And I think that's what is confusing to me. It's just, again, we are dating in the same generation. So why does it seem like women are looking at relationships, like women in the same age range are looking at relationships one way, and then men in the same age range, same generation, are looking at relationships a different way? I mean, it does seem like everybody is, I guess, it just seems like everybody's so afraid of being hurt that they want to either hurt first or just keep that barrier up. So just in case, like, it's always an exit plan, or I'm not gonna go all in because these hoes ain't loyal. That whole kind of mindset, But even when they say that statement of these hoes ain't loyal, it's not gender specific. You know what I mean? It applies to men and women alike.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that causes just a general disconnect between everyone, so that they're like, I'm just going to give you this piece of me. I'm going to save this for when you're gone because it's not going to last. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think that nobody is really, and so it does. I guess it's still a balance that's required, because you can't put your all into everyone that you date. You know what I'm saying? That's exhausting, and everybody isn't deserving of that. But you at least have to put the real you into it and stand on that.
Mm-hmm. For me, all I know is loyalty. I've never been the type of female, because of where I grew up and everybody knew each other. So I could, even if I wanted to be that girl, to be out there like that, I wouldn't have been able to do that, because everybody knew my cousins, everybody knew my family. So if I was out there slipping, I was going to get checked by whoever seen me slipping. And by the time I get back to my community, the fellas or the sisters there was going to check me. So I've never been that type of person. Even if, when it comes to friendships or relationships, I'm loyal. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be down for you. And that's all I know. I can't speak on anybody else. All I know is loyalty. So when you show me disloyalty, me being a Pisces, I pull back real quick, because I'm very loyal. I would give you my last. And I've done that. I was just telling, for our dinner this evening, I have a hip injury. I gave up both of my rooms to one of my friends, and then I turned my dining room into a place. And I didn't have to do that. And I slept on my couch with a bad hip. All I know is loyalty. That's with friendships and relationships. So when you show me back this loyalty, I pull back. I'm not giving you 55 chances. And that's just a Pisces, period. Once you show us you're not loyal, we're going to back off, because we're loyal. That's even in a relationship with love, and I show love to everybody. Like I met this young sister tonight, and I'm like, a little conversation with a cat real quick. And I had to let him know, you're not going to pop off at her like that. No, not on my watch. She could be retarded or slow.
We don't use the R word.
You could have an issue. I don't know her from a can of paint, but I'm going to be loyal to her. You know why? She's loyal to my sis here. And that's just what it is. So in life in general, it's, again, like I said, with balance, that's love, relationships, family, whatever. But you got to realize toxicity. If someone's toxic, you got to pull back. Regardless, for me, growing up, that's what I seen. That's what That's with relationships, that's with friendships, that's with love, you know, who, you know, whatever. So, you know, that's just, you know, what it is. And that's how I grew up. And so I use a lot of, I grew up with somebody from 1908. So my grand, my big daddy was born in 1908. My
Jay
grandmother, she said James Pittman. My big daddy was born in 1908. And my grandmother was born in 1908.
Oh my gosh.
My outlook on love and relationships is totally different of today. But women, I want women to understand men get hurt too. Men get hurt too. You know, we always talk about what women get hurt and women this and women that. We gotta try to uplift these young brothers. Don't, you know, we gotta tell them, open up, talk to us.
Yeah, but you
Get
can't
you a
make them.
journal. Get you a journal. If you
Yeah.
don't want to talk to me, brother, get you a journal, write it down. And when you're ready to talk about it, I'm here for you.
See, I tried that.
You try what? The journal?
Yeah. No, but I tried holding out,
Uh-huh.
you know, like, hey, I'm because Aaron, you know, you two know my story. You know, a most recent guy, he suffered a loss in the midst of us talking. And I let him know, hey, I'm here for you. You know, anytime you need an ear, I'm here for you. You know, if you need a text message, I'm here for you. But this is going to the communication factor. He didn't communicate with me. Bruh, we're still in the Q&A phase. And if you can't, I get that you're grieving. I totally get it. Totally get. I know the book. I read the book. I can probably write a dissertation on it. But when you pull away from me, how is that? How do you think that's making me feel? You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to sound like I'm being selfish, but I guess in a sense I am. But I'm concerned about you, but I can only do so much. And I'm not, you know, going to keep coming back at you like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. We're not friends like that. You know, we haven't gotten to that point yet. But I get what you're saying that yes, men hurt. You know, men have gone through some stuff. So yeah, they have a reason to have that hard exterior and that wall built. But you got to be able to open up that door just a little bit to let me in, and then we can work on tearing it down together. So.
Yeah. I mean, and I think that maybe what we're seeing or what we're dealing with, like women dealing with men, is we are, I guess, that generation. Because, like you said, you know, what I'm saying I'm 38. I was born in 81. You know what I mean? So the deaths, the war on drugs, the whole crack pandemic and everything else, where we really started to have the divisions of families. You know, you do have a lot of men, and then you had the transition when it comes to men, I guess, redefining what a man is, what a man should be, and you know what we envision a man to be. So, you know, everybody's trying to tell men what to be, and men don't seem to know what to be. And I think they lash out, and it's kind of just a change in men and women. You know, the way that women look at men is different. You know, like I said, we weren't raised to look at men as a bag or as security, financial security solely. We weren't raised for that. We were raised to look for partners. We were raised to look for teammates. But, you know, nowadays, you know, that's not the case as much. So I think, and then women are always women regardless of how we act, whether they're fast, you know what I'm saying, and just out there, or they're reserved and pious and everything else, whatever, you know, the different spectrums. You always look at women, okay, she's a woman, period. But when a man is confident in himself, then he's a jerk. When a man is vocal about his emotions, now he's soft.
Weak. Yep.
Weak. You know, if a man is emotional, then he's angry, he's toxic masculinity, and all of these things, you know. So I think, honestly, I think to some extent it's hard for men. It's hard for women too. I think we're just in a everybody's got to be in this shell right now. And that makes it hard when, in order to have a relationship, you have to connect.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'm trying to find the proper word, but I'm gonna say this real quick and piggyback off you. I used to tell my daughter, father, please don't go outside. It's dangerous. And he used to say this to me. He said this to me about 3 or 4 times. You not my mama? Why you trying to tell me what to do? I could go out there. And it was one incident I was pleading with him. I just had my daughter. I was like, please. I said, I got this eerie feeling. Something is not right. Please just stay inside with us. Don't go on the block. Please don't go. So his friends called him, man, and Weena tripping. She don't want me to come out, man. I'm gonna just stay in with her. 5 hours went by. His homeboys ended up doing something. And do you know from that point on, he started listening to me. He was like, okay, if I would tell you, just come back on time. Or just call me and let me know that you're okay. I'm not trying to be your mama. I'm not trying to be your mama, your grandma, your auntie. I'm not trying to be that. But you got to realize you have a family now. You have a family. So when he would go different places, he would call me and let me know that I'm on my way home, or I just got off of work, or I'm on my way back. His friends would be like, oh man, you a wuss. He's like, no, I'm not. This is my family. He started understanding because he was 16, 17 years old, had a baby. And that's something that he was never was. He was never or any of those things. But when you open yourself up to someone and you have a family, it's okay to say, you know what? I'm on my way home. I'm okay with the things that's going on in the world today. You please just let me know. I ain't trying to be your mommy.
Right.
I'm not trying to, but how can I say to my daughter to go straight?
Right.
You could be on your way home from work and anything can happen. Just let me know that you're safe. Like I tell my daughter, let me know you made it to your destination. She's 28 years old. It's not, I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but the world is crazy right now. So he started listening. And so some men still have that mentality. I need to tell you what I'm doing. Why I need to just let me know that you safe because I care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't ask. So now when I'm talking to men and I give them that analogy of what I said, it's okay. We're not trying to be your mothers. That's not our job. We love you, care about you. We just want to make sure you're safe. And that comes to play in love. Women are, again, some men don't even know what unconditional love is.
That's the problem.
And that's the issue. Because they mamas was out at the bar, or they mamas was out on the block and doing these things, and the kids was at home playing with their Atari. And so they didn't have that mother figure, or the dad wasn't in the home. It was different reasons why the father wasn't in the home.
They never had a real example.
Section 8 had and they took the fathers out the home.
Right.
It's an old movie about that where the lady had to hurry up and pack up her man's stuff because the lady was coming. So men haven't really seen that in the home. So they don't understand love sometimes. They don't understand that unconditional feeling.
And then when it's in front of them, they reject it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They scared. Men get scared too. They don't understand that.
Right.
They get scared, or I just want to touch on that. It may be scared, but they just don't know how to accept it. Like, when you get that, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do with this? You've never experienced it before. So
yeah.
So I'm about to get real deep and then we're gonna get out of here. Y'all know we over our time. But I was gonna re-ask her. But all right, so one
of to go refresh our glasses.
Right. We better get off of here. But one of the I guess common I won't say misconceptions, but one of the common thoughts is that Black men they have insecurities with Black women, starting with the way that we reacted to Section 8. Because we rejected them. And now that we have Section 8 is still here, but that's not our sole source. You know, that's more than us now. But do you think on some deeper level that just men generationally are still, I guess, scarred by that rejection? Is that why it's hard for them to feel secure in love?
In our demographic,
Just in general.
Generally speaking, but either way, whoever has an answer.
so in our demographic, because kids, 25, well, let's say 28 and under, they may not even know the whole thing with Section 8.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, really, just for us, because I mean, like I said, Section 8 is on it. Well, the Section 8 where the separation really happened is only but so old. It was really that a window of time.
When Section 8 came to play, like I said, the women, they kids, you gotta realize your kids see everything that's going on. So I can't think of the name of this movie, but the lady has to hurry up. So her kids.
Claudine.
Okay, Claudine. I didn't remember the name of the movie. I just knew the story. But she had to hurry up and pack up the guy's stuff. And so her kids are seeing this. Her little boys are seeing this. And they're wondering, well, where's Daddy? You just packed up all the daddy stuff and put it in the garage. Because you got to remember, every year they come to your house, looking through your stuff, trying to see if you got a man living there. So the kids see this, the little boys, the little girls, they seeing this. And they coming home like, where's Papa?
Mm-hmm.
He had to stay at his homeboy's house for a couple of days because the people from the office had to come and check everything out. You got to remember, your kids see things and they take from that. So if little boys seen that in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and they was like, well, that ain't love. You just all the Papa stuff, and he not here no more. So that came in a big place of the family life of showing love and unconditional love, because your kids see, they pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
They follow, your daughters follow your routine. Now, what if I was a hot girl? My daughter see me being a hot girl, then she would think that that's okay. And then the little boys seeing Papa do certain things, they think that that's okay. So with the Section 8 thing, they seen these things over and over and over, year after year after year. You seeing your mother having to pack up your father's belongings. And then at that point, that drove the man crazy. So he just threw his hands up. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean, and just that habit, so to speak, it almost teaches men and the boys that are coming up seeing this to be transient, So now here we are, we're like, come home, stay with us. But they were raised like, this has always been temporary. It's always been go, come, go, come, go, come. Yeah. Not that stay. This is home. This is family. This is home base, and you're safe.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like really kind of messed up some of the homes, because the father was in the house. And then that came into play, so that's
y'all educating folks, because I sure forgot about all that.
Oh, yeah, and that's like
Black 360.
That's what's missing. That's why I love my grandma. I seen love. I seen my uncles, their wives. I seen my big daddy and my grandmother. Even with my great grandparents, I was fortunate to be around them. They had been divorced for years, but when Christmas and holidays came around, we all still got together. My great grandfather and his wife, and my great grandmother, and it wasn't no issues.
You weird. I was about to be like, yo, great. Oh, well, I forgot you had James Pittman.
Right.
You know
But-
that. I forgot.
But I mean, so
We're just learning all of your history, all of
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry, y'all.
no, you are so
How
good.
you doing?
No, it's great.
This is Black 365, honey. You fit right on in. I told you she was gonna fit right on in, girl.
But like I said, this is love and relationships. It's a very broad topic, and it's a lot of different aspects to touch on. So we are going to go ahead and close it. We normally run about an hour, but we're like 20 minutes over. But nevertheless, thank you to everyone that tuned in. Thank you for your comments. Be sure to share this video with your friends. We do this every Saturday at 8:30. Next week, we will be revisiting love and relationships. And I think we're actually going to do a series and just do it for a few weeks until we cover a bunch of the different aspects of love and relationships, because it's not just a 1 hour conversation, clearly. But let me see. Let me make sure I said hello. Binge Thinker. Hi, Binge Thinker. Thank you for joining us. Hello, host, panelists in chat. Oh, here via DD Love. Shout out to DD Love for sending you. I already saw content. Will, Nikki, Miss Cruiser, Big Bruh, Courtney. All right. Content. I think all right. I think I got everybody.
All right, for the romper room, Mira, shout out.
Right. But nevertheless, thank you, guests and Lovey, for making this a much longer conversation than necessary. No, I'm just kidding. No, thank you for all the dialogue, for real. I really think that this was a really good episode, and I look forward to continuing the conversation. Ms. Lovey, you can come back if you want to. Edwina, we need to see you next week.
The hate, the shade,
Yes.
My
the
goodness.
shade.
Cake or not. Cake is going to be the determining.
You're getting cake tomorrow, whatever.
Oh, okay. All right.
By the way, the holidays are coming up. Crib Cakes is here to deliver for all. Thank you, girl. Because she wasn't about to give an announcement. I was going to have to throw that in there. We do this every week, and we've been doing this for every week for the past month. And she was about to skip out on it. Okay.
Yeah, she has to show her new frames every week. So we look forward to it every week. We always do it at the bottom of the show. But nevertheless, y'all, again, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate your patience. We had some technical difficulties, but we worked it out. And we did, overstay our welcome a little bit, but thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Be sure again to share this video with your friends. Let them know we are doing a love and relationships series for the next couple weeks or so. Since we got some politics out the way, we can actually sit down and have some conversations. And nevertheless, okay, yeah, we about to get up out of here because their glass is about empty. So
now my glass is empty. Okay, I was trying hard not to go like this.
Don't do it. But all right, y'all. Thank you once again for tuning in. Y'all know what it is. It's the Saturday Sit Down every Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. We got a novel that just came in. Some folks witnessed people staying in relationships that weren't healthy, which has also turned them away from relationships too, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna need you to copy and save that and put it in next week, because we coming back to love and relationships, y'all. We're gonna talk about this for a minute. Don't open that Pandora's box, because okay, it's for women on here. You think we can't come up with some more content for
Oh my goodness.
So that's why I'm talking fast, trying to wrap this up before anybody else say anything.
Well, this is about your fourth wrap up, so you on brand, you on time.
Yeah, we Black. We gotta say it 4 times. We gotta say it at least 4 times. So with that being the 4th time, we are out of here. Y'all stay safe, wear your mask, and watch out for them.
Please wear your mask. Stay home if you can. Don't look. The world is gonna be out there. I know we got to get some fresh air. Go take a walk in your neighborhood with your mask. But please, we got to get this thing. We got to get a handle on this thing, and we can't do it being all outside, all willy nilly. We can't do it. Okay, I'm sorry, and that's my PSA for the day.
Ding. All right, and so once again, we will see you next Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is the Saturday Sit Down. Y'all have a great week. Bye.
Bye.